Buck Rogers.
I want you.
A space-age vampire possesses Wilma.
It felt so good.
And Buck has to get her back against her will Thursday.
Welcome back, fans of classic television. Today we are once again revisiting Buck Rogers in the 25th Century to discuss one of my favorite episodes, Space Vampire. But before we embark on this intergalactic adventure, let's set the stage and learn a little bit more about the TV series itself. Buck Rogers originally aired from 1979 to 1981 on NBC and was based on the classic science fiction character created by Philip Francis Nolan. The show follows the journey of Captain William Buck Rogers, played by Gil Gerard, who is a 20th century astronaut who ends up getting frozen in space, only to awaken in the 25th century where he finds himself in a world vastly different than his own. Without a doubt, there is a lot to like about this TV series, and in particular, the first season when the program didn't take itself all that seriously. It was just fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not every television program needs to be message heavy, and for one joyous season, Buck Rogers just entertained us and didn't worry about anything else. Now, with all that said, let's talk about Space Vampire, the 14th episode of the first season of the show. The story begins with Buck and Colonel Wilma Deering arriving at Theta Station to have Twiki, their lovable robot sidekick, serviced. But what starts out as a routine visit quickly spirals into a spine-chilling tale of horror. Okay, maybe spine-chilling is overselling it. It's not Salem's Lot. It's more like Salem's Light. The story really gets going when a freighter unexpectedly crashes into the space station and its crew is found in a state between life and death. Fearing a potential virus outbreak, Commander Royko quickly orders the station under quarantine. And as they investigate further, things take a dark turn. Wilma starts sensing a cold, evil presence stalking her, and crew members begin turning up half dead. Zombies. Long before they were cool, we had freaking zombies on Buck Rogers. Now, as great as Gil Gerard is in this episode, really it's Erin Gray who gets to shine here as she battles not only external threats but her own internal fears. Fears that are quickly justified as she discovers the shocking truth. The source of all these intergalactic hijinks is one space vampire known as a Vorvon, portrayed by talented actor Nicholas Foreman. This sinister creature has the ability to drain the life energy from its victims and turn them into mindless zombies. I've just gotta say, I love this episode and I love Nicholas Foreman. This space vampire is cheesy, campy, and yeah, a little bit scary. In fact, not all that long ago in a newspaper interview, Nicholas confessed that his niece and nephew still get scared when they watch this episode with him. They can't believe it's their uncle behind all that makeup. But the untold truth about this space vampire, my friends, is that Nicholas is quite the actor. He's one of those fellers that over the past 4 decades has literally been in hundreds of TV shows and movies, but no one knows who he is. His career has been that of a character actor, someone who just completely disappears into their role. One of my favorite characters that Nicholas has played over the years was Calvin Klein on the classic TV sitcom Seinfeld. You remember that one, right? And beyond TV and movies, Nicholas can often be found doing live theater. Yep, he's an actor's actor, one of the very best. You know, for a late 70s TV show, Space Vampire really does deliver the goods. While this episode originally aired in January of 1980, really should have been broadcast right before Halloween. The makeup and practical effects used to depict half-dead victims and the Vorvon's presence are very well done. Everyone working on this episode really did themselves proud. Now let's get back to Nicholas. This episode either works or it doesn't, based on his ability as an actor, and I've got to say, the dude really pulls it off. If you do a simple Google search on the term Buck Rogers Space Vampire, you'll see that I'm not the only one that was impressed with Nicholas and more broadly, the entire episode. There's articles, fan art, and of course other videos here on YouTube praising this episode. Those of us who grew up during the late 70s and early 80s were blessed to be around when Buck Rogers in the 25th Century became a significant part of TV sci-fi pop culture. And Space Vampire, without a doubt, contributed to the show's enduring legacy. Thanks to each one of you for watching, and a special note of appreciation to all these wonderful individuals who have clicked on that little join button right below the video screen there and become supporting members of the channel. That kind of support and commitment to this channel, which is all about entertainment from decades gone by, well, it just means the world to me. Channel members have actually had a chance to watch this video for a couple of days now, and here are some of the comments that they have made about it. Debbie D said this: "The best jobs in Hollywood are the actors that seem to be everywhere in scenes but you really don't know their names. They can make a living in their chosen field but don't get chased around by paparazzi and aren't prisoners in their own homes." Now regarding Buck Rogers, I loved that show, but I got razzed a lot by my brothers for liking it. And along with agreeing that Aaron Gray looked great in that episode, Thresh Pondo Pons reminded me that zombies were always cool. Rochelle B said that the episode reminded her of Salem's Lot, which scared the bejesus out of her. Regarding actor Nicholas Horman, she said that he really nailed the role. Mike D says, "I love that first season of Buck Rogers as it is, and this is one of the most fun episodes." And channel member John Collins wraps things up for us here by saying, "Awesome presentation. The enduring resplendent joy which you still hold for, in particular, the first season of this series is always palpable when you present it." Thank you for the kind words, John. And thanks again to one and all for watching. Have a great day, folks.